So let's move on to the next question, guys. In this question, we are given that there is a rectangle which is inscribed in a circle of radius 5, right? And we are also given that the difference between the length of the sides of the rectangle is smaller than 3. And we have to compare the area and 45, right? So if we draw the figure, a rectangle is inscribed in a circle, right? So let's say this is a circle, right? And we inscribe a rectangle inside this, right? So this is a circle and we inscribe a rectangle inside this. Let's suppose this is the center, right? And this is the radius, and obviously this is also the radius. So we know that rectangle is inscribed in a circle of radius 5, which means this is 5, right? And this is also 5. So this entire thing is a diameter which is 10, right? And which is also the diagonal of this rectangle. In this rectangle, this is the diagonal, which is also the diameter of the circle, which is 10. I hope this should be clear, right? Okay. And now let's assume some things. For example, this is the length of the rectangle, which is L, and this is the breadth of the rectangle, which is B, right? So now we have to compare what? We have to find out the area, right? So basically we have to find out LB. So this is what we have to find out, right? We have to find out LB, which is L into B, which is the area of the rectangle. Now tell me one thing, there is one more condition given, which is the difference between the length of the sides of the rectangle is smaller than 3, right? So the difference between the rectangle side is less than 3. Now tell me one thing, which means what is given? L minus B is less than 3, right? Length minus breadth. The difference between the sides of the rectangle is smaller than 3, which is less than 3. So this is what we are given, right? Perfect. Now tell me one more thing. Obviously, this is a rectangle, right? So this will be 90, like all this will be 90, right? So if this is a triangle, if you see, and this is 10, right? 5 plus 5, the radius plus radius, 10, which is the diameter, and which is also the diagonal of the rectangle. So if you see in this triangle, we can see L square plus B square. L square plus B square is equals to the diagonal square, which is 10 square. So I hope this also should be very clear, right? Now tell me one thing. We have this condition or equation, L minus B is less than 3. We have this equation with us and we have to find out LB. So the best possible way we can see is, let's do a square on both the sides. Why? Because we will get L square and B square, which we can use. So if we do a square on both sides, we get L square plus B square minus 2LB is less than 9. I hope this should be absolutely clear, right? Okay, perfect. Now tell me one thing. What is L square plus B square? L square plus B square is 10 square, which is 100. So this is 100, right? We bring 9 over here, minus 9 is greater than 2LB. We take 2LB over there. I hope this also makes complete sense, right? Perfect. So now if we solve this, we can write 2LB is greater than how much? 91. 2LB is greater than 100 minus 9, which is 91, right? Which means LB is greater than what? 45.5. Which means LB is greater than 45.5, right? So we had to find LB, right? Which is the area. And we know that the area, which is LB, that is greater than 45.5, right? which means it can be 45.6, 45.7, 50, 80, 100, whatever. But it is greater than 45.5. So this is greater than 45.5, and obviously this is 45, which means the area is automatically greater than 45, which means the left side is greater than the right side. So that is why your final answer becomes A. I hope this should be absolutely clear.